Morning pilgrimage, everybody. Yeah, we're making the traditional tourist pilgrimage. You all know where. Interesting day today. On the way in, all around South Kensington, Knightsbridge close to Harrods, up very close to Hyde Park Barracks, on all of the side streets, I noticed an absolute army of police. And interestingly, when I was walking along one of the streets, I noticed that all of the police vans had Greater Manchester Police GMP on them. And it was interesting because I thought, hold on a second, why would they be drafting in police from as far afield as Manchester? Had a chat with them, and yes, today is a huge protest day, folks. Today's protest is not going to affect the workings here at Horseguards. That's the good news. The reason being, they're marching from Marble Arch Hyde Park corner all the way along Hyde Park to the Israeli embassy, which is on Kensington High Street. No wonder the number of police was completely ridiculous. I mean, thousands. I was shocked. So many. Almost as shocked as I am about how many people there are here at Horseguards already. Bearing in mind, the day has barely begun. The first horses only came out a little while ago, and shortly, fairly shortly, we've got the morning inspection. Oh, horse is being a bit of a little cheeky nipper already this morning. Interesting. Oh, not in a good mood. She is not in a good mood. Yesterday's diary, I was 99% certain already that it was Lyric, but yeah, it is. So it's Lyric. I wonder which we've got at the other end. Board inspection in roughly 10 minutes anyway. Oh. The first miscreant arrived, everyone. You just know it's Saturday, there's something in the air. It's hard to explain exactly how you know, but even if I didn't know and somebody hadn't told me. Yeah, she woke up not in a good mood. Unlike the tourists, who were clearly in a very good mood. Trying careful not to impale myself on a bollard. Let's have a look at the other end. I think Bro is preparing himself for a crash landing. Normally you sort of put your arms crossed over your chest when oh, the trooper's laughing. Hold on, what happened here? I wonder. Why has he got a cheeky smile? Morning. Something happened at this end. Huh. I don't know what. I think he has a different horse to yesterday. Let me just check. If my camera actually wants to work, that would be great. Oh yes, it is a different horse to yesterday. Oh, even the horse is like, yes, I am. Well, which one is it, folks? Let's see. Passchendaele. Now, this is a horse that I have seen before, but this is not a horse that's been here recently. Actually, let me look through the diary. It's 100% Passchendaele. So today's Saturday. The first pair, we've got a Lyric at the other end, who, as you already know, folks, is a mare. And Passchendaele. I think actually it was around a month ago, give or take, that Passchendaele was here. Well, the horse is looking directly at the camera as I'm saying his name. Now, I'm obviously hoping to see Yosemite out again today. Why? Because after yesterday's super frothing, I know you guys clarified that there was nothing to worry about. After yesterday's super frothing, it'll be good to know that the horse is fine. happy, well behaved, and more importantly available for duty. So Lyric and Passchendaele, not for long. Morning inspection, captain, etc. Maybe a lieutenant, lieutenant. Oh god, I still get it wrong. Lieutenant, apologies, folks. I know it's lieutenant. The problem is watching Top Gun and other military movies far too many times in my youth. So I got the American pronunciation, lieutenant, stuck in my mind, even though I do know full well it's lieutenant, the British pronunciation. Anyway, yes, a lieutenant or a captain will be performing the morning inspection in about 7-8 minutes out the back. Why is that good? Well, because they'll lock the gates. It won't take long, and then the captain will come to the front, hopefully after inspecting the gatesman, and have a little word with the boxman, check the horses are fine, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get glorious, beautiful, remarkable Yosemite coming out as the next horse. We will see. Now, whether they'll change over gatesman, chitsman, I've got no clue. A lot of you, I know this in fact because some of you have asked me, are very fond of this fellow who's been away for a while and is now back again, looking as resplendent as ever. And ditto on the other side. But I'm going to get myself out of the yard. Oh, there's like a little, wait, is it a debriefing? Yeah, there's a debriefing going on. He's like, hold on a second, you gave me 20-1 odds. The trooper's like, no, it wasn't 20-1. It was 10-2. He's like, no, you owe me at least 800 quid. He's like, no, I'm not going to give you 800, 350 tops, take it or leave it. Okay. That's the way it happens here, folks, with a card game. Don't worry, it's okay. Yep, that's the way they figure it out. Better to get the trooper to sign the slip after you've made the bet. The bet was how many tourists got bitten. Oh, look at this. Wow. Goodness me. I don't know. I do know that it's a tour guide, but he's how do I phrase it? He's a rather eccentric fellow. Likes dressing up, very British theme. Always got something with a Union flag. And that's great. Why? Why not? I mean, it is the national flag of Great Britain after all, or strictly the Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Its full title. I like that pose actually. That was an interesting pose. That pose was just like, right, I'm here and I'm going to knock the horse out. He was like, that was a manly pose. "4 minutes until they heave the gates close and somebody gets stuck inside." Horse is like, with its tongue, look. Beautiful Passchendaele. Actually, I'm not sure if I go back on the horse diary. Yes, folks, I have actually been writing a horse diary. That's how I can tell that yesterday we had Indian and Harvester. Thank you, folks, for correcting me when I completely forgot about the nameless horse, Harvester. Yeah. And Yosemite and Lyric. Right, the trooper's out, putting down the train. Ladies, this trooper is a heartbreaker. Get ready for it. Every single one of you is going to want to marry this trooper. Look. He is a very good looking fellow, actually. Exceptionally. Okay, police are fanning out. The fun begins, everybody. I'm just thinking about whether or not my friend's going to get locked out. Oh, hold on. Try not to get stuck inside. Oh, close it. Oh. Yep. Oh. Just my friend forgot as well. We almost both got owned. Did you forget?
Just get it going.
I was hoping you get locked in. Right. Anyway, everyone rushes to the front. Look. Some horses, some guards. Blues and Royals out for the morning inspection. Boom. And a lot of people that didn't want to get locked in have no choice now. They're not getting out. Look, like, let me out. She was separated from her family at the front. Oops. That's a teeny bit unfortunate, but hey, there it is. They did give pre-warning. They were saying, right, everybody to the front or to the back. And then they locked it up. Oh, sorry. Oh, hold on a second. The troop is scooting over here pretty fast. I'm not sure why. Wait. He hadn't opened the box up. Still chaos reigning here, in fact, at the front. When you get in a good spot, people are going to be spending a lot more time, I think, with the horses now that the gates are closed. Still sticking his tongue out. I wonder which massive horse is going to be replacing this massive horse. I think at most we will be between 5 and 10 minutes until they reopen and change over the horses. I do remember actually this horse. I don't remember how long ago. Wait, let me have a look at the list while I'm standing here. We have seen him this year, definitely. Oh, actually, folks, would you believe? Wait, he was here the Sunday before last. Yep, Sunday the 4th of February, he was here with Romalia. Gosh. This might be the actual only horse diary that exists. However, that is the only mention I have of Passchendaele on the list, and my horse diary goes back to the beginning of January. Yeah, so I can pretty much tell you the name of almost any horse that was on a certain date since the beginning of the year. Gosh, I mean, by the end of the year, this potentially is going to be an exceedingly detailed diary. Horse is like, yes, and I'm going to be in it. Bing bong. Now let's see which officer we've got coming out this morning. Everyone is so curious here about what's happening. Okay, still not seeing the officer. Where is he? I'll zoom in when he comes out. If he comes out. Building up heavily at the front here actually, which means it will build up a double at least, if not triple the rate at the back. When they let those floods through, whoa. Where is the officer? He's running late. Or, there is no officer. In fact, stable gates are closed. I don't know, maybe I'm blind figs, maybe I missed him. Maybe he dashed through so fast that I missed it. The question is, why is it that sometimes the horse stands there with its tongue out like a dog, staring at the camera? Pretty busy actually, look. Decent numbers already. It's really good that the process is in West London, they're not central, for the first time in many, many, many weeks. Saturday morning at Horseguards. I always wondered actually why they didn't put up a board just inside the yard. For example, at Buckingham Palace, when it's raining heavily, they will often put up a board saying no guard change today. In other words, a wet mount, which just means that the soldiers come across in their long coats. It's normally put up by the police. That way, the dozens of tourists that are waiting there for a long time, sometimes hours, in a good spot, know that, hey, there's no point in waiting anymore because there's not going to be a full guard change. I personally think a small wooden board just popped on the floor, guard change in progress. Done. Because everyone that's at the front at the moment has no clue how long it's going to take. And it's a lot of people. To be fair, many of whom will not wait because I think it's closed and they'll go somewhere else. One thing I've noticed, which is actually really interesting, is that there are no officers this end of the yard or at the front gate. Curious, I don't know why that is, because there's normally a pair in the tunnel and a pair at the front. Right now? Nope. Just got the two troopers.
Sander! Zou jullie een keer samen wat dichter gaan voor de foto? Ja? Wil je dat doen? Nee? Niet aankomen, niet aankomen. Je mag er niet aankomen.
Really the being touched mood, actually, is he? Oh. Didn't take long, did it, folks? The troopers said, "Boy." Different approach from the Blues and Royals to the lifeguards. I'll never forget that classic moment. The veteran lifeguard said to that lady, "Madam," in a very stern voice, and she still didn't let go. And then he shouted at the absolute top of his voice, "Get off the reins!" The Blues and Royals version of that is "Oi." Interesting. I mean, they did the job, so. Look, the horse's tongue, honestly, folks, it's stuck there. Oh, she's like, "Can I touch your horse?" Yes, you can. Gonna watch for Mr. Red Cap. There was a guy here yesterday in a red cap that was scoping the tourists. Definite pickpocket. A friend of mine mentioned he was here the day before when I was off. So let's see if any of you spot him in the background of today's video. Real sort of suspicious looking fellow with a bright red cap, skinny black jacket. Okay, horses are going back in, as you can see, just on the gates. That's pretty speedy. Oh yes, the captain had already gone through. Here he is. I'm almost certain that he has 3 pips. Right, this is the point at which everybody's told to get themselves back behind the bollards. The captain has dashed through to the gatesman. Hopefully he'll come to the front next. After that, all hell will break loose when they let the hordes, the hungry hordes. Here we go, look, behind the bollards. Nope, there's not quite enough space. This is the problem. Here comes the officer. And indeed it is 3 pips captain. Super duper, that was a quick one. This is the queue we're dealing with, the crowd rather. There's a tour guide on the bus behind screaming. Boom. That's my great embarrassment, folks. I'm really struggling to remember the trousering. I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he is a Blues and Royals captain based on the trousers. The lifeguard trousers have a stripe. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Instinctively, I think he's a Blues and Royals. Right, captain's gone back in. That's done. We all know what's going to happen next, don't we? Oh yes, we do. Okay. Just waiting for the new horses to come out, followed by chaos. Welcome to Horseguards, folks, on Saturday. We're looking at Passchendaele, who's about to leave, and Lyric at the other end. I'll let you know who the two new horses are. Hopefully I might be able to recognise them. Keep our fingers crossed that we're going to get Yosemite back. Come on, please. Passchendaele is a good boy now. I noticed though, it seems like one of his feet. I noticed the way that one seems to kind of bend a teeny bit vis-a-vis the other one. It's just the optics of where I'm standing. Just above the heel. The left one seems to have far more of a pronounced bend in it. I think it is just the way I'm standing, isn't it? It seems comfy. What are those new horses? Kind of grim this morning, folks. We're not going to have a sunny day, I can tell you that straight away. But this is pretty much the best we can hope for weather-wise. I no rain. Gosh, the surge, in fact, through the gates from the front is going to be pretty much as epic as vice versa. It's building up constantly while I'm standing here. I think today should be the last crazy day because a lot of people will be going home tomorrow, ready for their children to go back to school on Monday, as most kids do, not only in the UK but kind of a large part of Europe as well. Lyric is looking at us. Look, why would you ignore me? Look. Okay, two new ones coming out. I can't be in the yard, guys. The yard is closed. There's no one in the yard. It's sealed at both ends. Or who have we got? Okay, looking like Indiana plus maybe Harvester. Let's have a look in a second. I'm 90% certain this is Indiana coming into the box this end with a lady trooper, the same as yesterday. Yep, Indiana folks, this end. Passchendaele's up. There we are, Indiana back. Oh, can't say who's going in first. Yes, Harvest at the other end. Assuming, guys, that you are all correct, and based on the fact that some of you know far more about this than I do, I will default to your good judgment as to that being Harvester at the other end. But we've definitely got Indiana in front of us now. With the same lady trooper as yesterday. For those of you that asked in the comments, I didn't have time yesterday because I was out last night to reply to all the comments. There were a huge number of comments on yesterday's video. I was surprised. Why is the lady referred to as Karen Slayer? Well, she's the trooper that shouted at the infamous rain-grabbing miscreant Karen. Hence the moniker. Not given by myself, by the way. That is how she's known among among many of the troopers. So we've got the same two troopers as yesterday. At the same ends as yesterday. And I'm going to get right in the middle in a second because once they open up... Wait, here we are. I'm right in the middle. They're just changing over the gatesman and shitsman in the background. Once that's done, we're back in business. And boy, it's going to be mad. noticing that so far there haven't been any police horses or indeed police coming along here. I think it's probably because about 90% of all active police in central London this weekend are in central west, around the Hyde Park area. If what I saw coming in is anything to go by, it's going to be a very, very, very busy afternoon. Anyone that's thinking about going to, for example, Harrods or anywhere west central today, skip it, folks. From about noon, realistically, until 4 or 5 p.m, central west London, i.e. Kensington, Chelsea, Knightsbridge, will be just a complete nightmare. They've already closed every bus route that goes from the centre toward Kensington, South Kensington, Fulham, Hammersmith, Chelsea, etc., etc. All closed. No bus services going that way because of the fact that Kensington Gore, our Royal Albert Hall, High Street Ken, all the way along toward Olympia, Earls Court, closed. Massive disruption this morning. This, to be honest, is partly why I decided to come out super early. Right, here goes the horde going through. They're all missing the best part. There's actually nothing to go through for because it's already finished. Now let's wait for everyone else to flood through. No. Oh, somebody's waving at me. One small problem. I have no idea who she is. Okay, let the games begin. Hunger Games, episode 8. Right, let's focus on the horse.
Stand there, turn around. Come here, sweetheart. Don't touch him now. Don't touch him, babe. Ready?
I actually prefer the view when the box is open, when the trooper leaves the... he's coming over to close them the second I mention it. Door's about to be closed at the back of the box. Pity, I really do like the view through the back.
Right, come on then.
Boom. Locked in. I'm not expecting any great drama from Horsey here. One person's going to go into this one. He should just said, "Oi, get off." Ah. Oops. I have no idea, folks, if this horse has got a nickname. It surprised me at all if the troopers call this horse Jones. Or Indy. In fact, it's almost certainly going to be the nickname. Thinking about it. Yeah, Indy. Yeah, fairly well populated. Look. It's a sea of Fjallraven Kanken rucksacks and multicoloured ski jackets and puffer coats. Is that a Leeds accent?
No, well, I'm Rosendale initially.
Okay.
It's Manchester way.
Ah, it's rare to hear that down here in London. One of my favourite accents. Have a good day, girls. Yep, you're gonna get every single colour under the sun, clothing-wise. Oh. Okay. So the horse is not in a good mood. Nippy nippy. Now they're being careful after seeing that. the box. We'll go there in a little while.
Got the lady there.
What happened?
Sit down.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, she just walked in. What, somebody shouted? I had to be one right at the front. Are you sure it's not someone that works here? We're just wondering if somebody's actually taken their bike in. It's gone to have a look. Yeah, somebody wheeled their bike into the archway, but then realised that there's a chain and the front wheel hit the chain. How bizarre. That's the perfect horse's head. In fact, that's the best horse's head picture I've seen since that opening shot in The Godfather. This horse obviously being a little bit healthier. They're being super cautious and hesitant this time. I have no idea why. Wait, let's head to the other end. Oh wait, here they are, look. That's the bike. They tried to wheel into the arches. Odd. Who have we got this end? Which horse is this? 1 second. Everyone up nice and early today. In the non-existent sunshine. Just arrived. Abdullah almost got locked inside the gates. He was the last one out. Typical. Wait. Yeah, I was going to push him back. You're staying in there. Okay, yes, folks. I'm looking at that. What's the word I'm looking for? Off-central blaze. It is the same horse as this. I mean, what we think. If I'm going to rely on you, lovely viewers, then yeah, harvester. It's the same troopers, it must be. Right, let's have a little peek inside, folks. Thank you. Oop. Trying desperately hard not to be. Sorry. People sort of stopping, freezing in front of me. I mean, I don't know that menacing. It's just that I'm quite an affable fellow. For some reason, people tend to. I guess it's because you're not used to turning around and seeing a massive pole in your face. Are we going to see the, the usual errors in this corner? Now, looking at yesterday's footage, other people's footage of yesterday, there were quite a few events that I missed. They all happened in the afternoon after I'd already left, involving people getting way too close, or indeed, in one case, walking into the archway. But I think, overall, yesterday's most blatant venturing into the arch was the one that we caught in the morning. Mainly because the child that got in trouble, well, not in trouble, but the child that was told to move back by the trooper was actually with her parents when it happened. Very rare for that to happen, to be honest. I don't think I can remember somebody getting shouted at when they're with their parents. We've had plenty of kids getting told to move back. There are two very famous videos on the channel of kids being shouted at. Get out of the arches, or the other classic one, of course. actually the trooper in the classic, the all-time classic, Get Back, when the girl screamed. I know him well. He still feels a little bit guilty about that day. But hey, it is what it is, you know. It was a busy day, but it was the way that he stomped. The second that he stomped, the girl screamed, ah! And then, of course, she got out of the archway. So, you know, trooper's doing his job. It's down to the parents to make sure that children don't venture into places they're not supposed to venture, i.e. the archers. Indiana really is an absolute colossus of a horse from the side, look. In fact, I think he's gone to sleep. Hanging around a bolt like that all day. I can understand. I'm reasonably certain that this lady trooper will not be saying, "Oi, get off the reins," if somebody's naughty. We know how she can shout in people's faces if required. Bro got the best picture of the day so far. Good smile. C'est super.
Awesome. Got some good ones.
The leg bend, classic. Even the horses looking into their camera. Some people are super lucky with their pictures. It really is the most animated part of the whole of central London, folks. Just the sheer movement of traffic, people, the horses, the troopers, bikes, touring. It just goes on and on and on. It never stops. said, the tourists are being very, very hesitant. I don't know why I didn't realise or recognise it yesterday, but this horse is exceptionally tall. Wait, I need to move pretty flipping far to get the whole horse in the picture. Look, much higher to the top of the head than Indiana even. Indiana is a really big horse. Mike will explain why everyone is standing way back watching as opposed to actually going up close. Look. The second that I move from A to B, something happens at A while I'm at B every time. Everyone's up nice and early. Looks good.
It's too many fucking people.
It is very, very busy. It's going to be mad this afternoon. At least the Palestine protest isn't going this way today.
It's going to High.
Massive Greater Manchester police all through Kensington, like dozens of vans. They're not coming here. No, they're going to Kensington for the Israeli embassy.
I reckon they're going to block it.
I think they'll have to. There were so many people. It was just ridiculous. Already this morning, dozens of vans. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem shortly, guys. It's about 10, 12 of us already filming here. It was Busker I was talking to. See group pictures with their back to us. I can't believe it, ladies. Then it comes on this side of the horse. And a lot of tourists today are actually filming. They're just standing in one position, not moving, filming. Maybe for their own YouTube channels. All of the group shots for some reason are taking place on the other side. The only problem being, I'm not sure there's any space on the other side. Bing bong. Too many people. Right, folks, let's see. Ta-da! We are not even getting close, honestly, look at it. Crazy busy. I spot an opportunity, everyone. Ta-da! First rounds of the morning. Now, did you see, folks, the nod? The trooper, the lady trooper on the horse, nodded to the gatesman. Now, if she wanted him to come over, I think some of you are asking that yesterday in the comments. The sword is risen, I believe, from the shoulder, which is a signal to, hey, come over. I believe. I seem to remember some of you saying that before. The movement of the sword is the key.
Igual que los del camino. En el camino de Santiago nos encontramos un hombre que se dedicaba a hacer vídeos de YouTube de cada día del camino y nos dijo su canal y nos grabó en uno de los vídeos y salíamos en su canal de YouTube y lo buscamos y allí estábamos nosotros bien chulos.
It lined up well.
Fotos. Ella estaba posando pero mirando para allá.
Like sour face to full smile. Half of Spain here today. Oh, it's the bros' turn.
Okay, Mike, once you've had your picture taken, come meet me just over there, okay? Yeah.
He's thinking not listening.
Un momentito, ¿vale?
So guys, hey. the tour guide's given up actually. The tour guide can't speak Spanish. Oh. Wait.
Ponte. Antonio.
These two are super funny, in fact, they were making me laugh.
هذا روح ببلاصة ما روح ببلاصة هذا روح منا يوسف روح منا هيا روح منا يوسف روح منا ذاك هيا روح منا روحي فاطمة معه.
The tour guide was saying to those two, come back to the group.
روح
Just like, no, we're getting a picture.
هكذا خذنا نصور كتاب فاطمة روحي وعيشة بسرعة فاطمة روحي فاطمة منا هكذا
Okay, I think we've got the final two in the background, and then the group will move on. The tour guide's about to give up, he's had enough. So if they're not listening to me, there's nothing I can do about it. Bro's trying to put his kids right in front while they're trying to get the picture. Dude.
هيا شوفوا معايا يوسف هيا فاطمة أشتي هيا طرابلسي يوسف
Sorry, everyone's being a bit like we're all joking. Everyone's pushing each other today on purpose. As long as they don't push me into the horse, it's all good. Seeing a lot of new faces actually filming this morning. The popularity, I guess, not just of this place, but of a few of the channels. And we all know which ones I'm talking about. 3 or 4 channels are very, very popular. Oh, this is like, yes, right. So I think a few other people are trying to jump on the horseguards bandwagon, not realising that unless you're filming here for a good 6 months plus, no one is even going to find your videos on YouTube. It doesn't put, the algorithm doesn't push them out. It's not simple as just film, post it, and people will watch it. I remember posting videos for months actually, and they got 5 views. Oh wait, I think this guy over here just dropped something. He dropped something on the floor and it fell into the drain. Oh no. Damn it. That is really unfortunate. That is, I mean, even if you could get it out, I don't think you want to be opening that up, would you? If you think about how much dirt and tourist mud, and all sorts of fell down that hole, you would not want to be putting your fingers down there, even to get, you know, an iPhone or your keys or whatever. I didn't see what he dropped, but I turned because I heard a little noise. I think it was a key or some keys. I didn't hear him say a key though, so I'm not really sure. And just as one group is leaving, the Spanish group, another one arrives. I'm pretty sure, folks, sort of, 95% that is, that we'll have a 2-parter today. Yeah, I'm in no rush to head out of here this morning because my journey home is going to be an unusual one because of the fact that there are a lot of road closures. All good? Too many people at the front there, it's just completely ridiculous. So yeah, we'll have a 2-parter, guys. This will be morning, part 1, which will probably be today posted in the correct consequential order. I mean, I hope in the correct order. We'll see what happens in part 2 and how quickly it's processed. But as long as I keep heads from bobbing in the frame, I'll try and go with a 2-parter. Don't worry guys, that's not a burglary you're witnessing in the background. That's how it's done. Only for somebody to be screamed at the second I walked away. You know how it works here, guys. When I'm not there, it always happens. Also curious to see whether they replaced the 2 horses here with the 2 that were on when we first arrived, or whether they go with some new ones that we haven't seen. I did find out yesterday, because I was very curious, that Yosemite has been here before this year. Okay, that's confirmed. But I was quite surprised by that because, okay, I mean, I'm here typically 3 mornings a week, so yes, I could well have missed him. But even being here only 3 mornings a week, that means you're going to see the Blues at least twice because of the calendar per week. So I was very surprised to hear that Yosemite's been here already this year. I have no idea how we missed him, but there we are. Yep. It's very curious. He was also missing from my horse diary, hence my conclusion yesterday straight away that, hey, you know, this is a new horse we haven't seen before. I mean, it's true, I hadn't seen that horse before, but yes, the horse has been here before. Again, it's very, very, very docile. They look virtually asleep. Taurus and sleepy horse. I figured out, guys, what the 2 fingers up means. People always go over and somebody says, how many horses are there at horseguards? And they put the fingers up. I'd always wondered. There we are, mystery solved. Comes a new squash. Like major squash. Just over 15 minutes, give or take, until they swap them over again. Once the changeover begins, I'll start part 2. What's that? What do you mean part 2? I'm not even going to be in it. That's why I'm focusing on you now. But yeah, sadly, guys. In fact, that's not true. Depending on how long part 2 is, Indiana could well make a return in part 2, a guest slot for about 5 minutes. Because, let me see, if I start the next video just before noon, it'll go through to just after 1 o'clock on the changeover. That should be peak time here in terms of the numbers, especially when they change over in the yard. And 2 minutes in theory, the guard should come out and do his rounds. Interesting, the Blues have not been standing at the front or at the back at all for any periods of time in the past 2 weeks. However, we've only got, what have we got? I don't remember the date. Less than 2 months until they move back to summer uniform. We see a reappearance of the cuirasses. I would actually prefer a hot sunny day than this sort of sticky humidity we've got this morning. London's impossibly humid when it's wet. Very curious as to what we're doing with the stick. Ah, my God, there's a horse. Can I squeeze back in? Yep. There we go, right on time. I bet now I'm at the front here, no one will come over. Okay, that's our sign, folks, and the reason I moved. Let's wait and see if the rounds occur. That was the bell. For some reason, the guard isn't moving. Nope, they've given up. They can't be bothered. They're like, you know what? Too many people. I'm not moving from the archway. I was joking. Of course he's going out of the archway. Let's go to the gift shop. Like, where is he? I wonder why no rounds. I mean, they don't have to, but as we know, typically when the bell rings for 15 minutes, they're off. Busy, but it's not too busy. Yesterday was busier, and they still did the rounds. Nope, I think he's happy where he is. I said they've got to change over shortly, in about 12 minutes or so, give or take. Front. I'm trying to stay kind of in the middle between the two horses. Aha. Okay, so here comes the guard, folks. He decided to trick us and make us believe that he wasn't coming out when he's very much coming out. Sorry, I'm back. He did that with 8 minutes to spare. Oh, she said to the trooper, have a nice day. How thoughtful. It's one of those days, guys, when there's almost this invisible electromagnetic field stopping people going super close to the horses or super close to the troopers in the arches. Why is it like that sometimes? I don't understand. There's something like that on weekdays and the reverse on Saturdays, but yesterday feels more like today ordinarily should feel. Very curious. It's bizarre. I'm loving this tour guide's hat. Look at that. Just like a hobbit. Okay, so box is open. There we are, ladies. This trooper is accepting applications for any lovely lady that would like to get married. Yep, if you email me, guys, I'll pass on your application to the trooper. He's a fine-looking lad. Gosh, wow, there's a really, whoa, the smell from the box this morning, goodness me. Ooh. That's pretty bad. Folks, for this changeover, I'm going to stay in the yard on this side in the corner. It's not quite yet, another sort of 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then we'll see. Oh, 1 second, everybody. Lucky, almost caught somebody in the video that I shouldn't have caught in the video. Right. Actually, hold on a second. He'll be chill with me getting him in the video. Now, a lot of you will recognise the fellow that was just in the video. I know him and he's a lovely guy. As you can see, he almost made the trooper laugh. Why would he make the trooper laugh? And why was that not out of order? Well, they're in the same troop. That's why. And they do occasionally, the troopers like to try and make one another laugh when they're off duty. And the trooper we just saw is arguably one of the most famous troopers. Why? Remember the video, guys, when his mum came to Horse Guards in the tunnel? Yep. It's that trooper, off duty. Everyone's going to get pushed back in a minute, undoubtedly. That's what I'm waiting for in the yard. I really like the fact that he made his colleague laugh. I mean, you know, I typically disapprove of that in the sense that when it's tourists that do it, it is somewhat disrespectful because they're at work. but everyone tries to make their colleagues laugh when they're at work with their colleagues, am I right? The 2 new troopers are already ready to come out, look. Already mounted. One without the helmet. Everyone's going to get pushed back. I'm kind of wandering around in this corner because this is where I'm going to stand, guys. We will then see the new horses come out as close as possible to the camera, and the 2 existing horses go back in as close as possible to the camera. Many of you wrote in the comments, I did notice, that you are very, very, very happy with this new corner spot. As indeed am I. But that changeover, ladies and gents, will be in part 2. Yeah, today's going to be a 2-parter. I mean, we did get the only rain touch this morning, but more importantly, it was really nice to capture a cheeky little laugh by the trooper when his colleague visited. I was really hesitant, but I will confirm with the trooper that that's okay. I see no reason why it wouldn't be. I've got a feeling that it's really going to start to get proper packed in here after this changeover. There's quite a lot of people already, to be fair. Let's check my... Okay, it's exactly 5:2. There's a lot of people. Oh, corporal of horse. 1 second. He's probably going over to check that all is well with the troop on this side and the archers. Good to capture that just before we finish up, actually. Boom. Yep. He's happy. Everyone's happy. Wow, when they tell everybody in a minute to get back, it's really going to be a squash here in the yard. Look at it. Massive amount of horse poo on the floor as well. Tourists spreading all around. Okay, troopers out. Drop the chain. Here we go.
The white line by the guard shop or the other lines here.
Or the other line. Ah, nobody heard that bit. No one heard the other line here comment. So over we go, everybody. We've got the key spot on the corner, and in a few minutes I'll be back in part 2 for the changeover. Guys, back shortly.